The story we've covered for a long time. After 9 months, Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville may finally be relenting on holding up those hundreds of military appointments.
The Republican indicating at a Senate lunch this week that he could end his hold on some of those military nominations as soon as next week. His decision initially a protest of a Pentagon policy that allows service members to travel for out-of-state abortions funded by the government. So let's get our newsmakers to weigh in. Jennifer Cofindaffer, Kurt Bardella, and Dr. Liberty Vittert. Thank you all. We've spoken with Senator Tuberville on a number of occasions. This was a protest in principle for him, but he says that the language to change the Defense Department's abortion travel policy was actually taken out of the National Defense Authorization Act. That's a must-pass bill. So, Liberty, do you think he's giving up these holds because he does not have the negotiation power he had previously?
I think it's clear that the administration won here. And that's what's really interesting, is that the administration didn't back down over abortion, and now Tuberville is backing down. And I think that's really a preview of the fights that we're going to see in the Republican Party in 2024 over abortion. If you look at the numbers, it's really a statistically irrelevant number of service members who are using this policy by the Department of Defense. So it shows how the media is really going to hang abortion like an anchor around Republicans' necks. And we've seen over and over again that when the election is made about abortions, that Republicans get their bottoms handed to them in these sorts of elections. And so I think it's really a preview of what we are going to see in 2024 if Republicans don't figure this out.
Kurt, I want to turn to you next. This entire time, Schumer could have passed through individually these individual nominations one by one. Yes, it's time consuming. We've heard that argument.
But it's been 9 months.
But it's been 9 months, and only 3 of them were passed through in this way earlier in September. Were you disappointed as a Democrat that Schumer didn't pass more through, Congress didn't pass more through in that manner?
Speaking more as a political operative here, no, because this was an issue that Republicans just looked terrible on, holding up national security, defense-related promotions over an issue that really is not particularly related to the military, that doesn't affect a lot of people in the military. A lot of people in the military are not using this provision. This was a senator trying to take a much broader national issue and use the specter of national defense to try to elevate it. And it just kind of backfired on him and really alienated him from his own colleagues. And as a Democrat, I'm watching Republicans attack Republicans like, why would we get in the middle of that? Why would we help them save themselves? Just like we saw over with our colleagues in the House, but as they fought with themselves over the Speaker of the House situation, like Republicans just got to get their act together at some point and govern. They keep finding themselves in this minefield of conflict that they create for themselves, and they just end up looking like idiots.
Well, Jennifer, Senator Tuberville, first of all, said that he was willing to do this because he believed this was done secretly. This was passed secretly without a vote, that the American people should have had more transparency from the government. He did get attacked by members of his own party, but now he's saying these military members didn't do anything wrong, so they shouldn't be penalized because of his trying to get the attention of Democrats.
I don't know how it took 9 months to come to that. Just the banner, no promotions if abortions. It's so ridiculous. Only 17% of service women or of service people are even women. And it's such a low percentage, as the other panelists mentioned, that this policy even affects. It looks so bad. Coming from a paramilitary background, the FBI, you cannot have 350 leadership positions not filled, vacated because of this issue. It looks terrible. Finally, I hope there's resolution. Those promotions need to take place now more than ever.
Yeah, I know a lot of viewers are listening to that at home, nodding in agreement, especially this time when global tensions are so high. What does this mean for our current and future military readiness? Let's move on to the second topic for today. There's drama in Florida politics, specifically, as the state Democratic Party there, they voted to leave Minnesota Representative Dean Phillips off the ballot completely, canceling the state's presidential primary, only pushing through President Joe Biden, on the ticket. He's now calling the process rigged, electoral corruption. Liberty, do you agree?
I mean, I think this is a much bigger question than just Dean Phillips. This is what the Democratic Party is trying to do for 2024. They want a binary choice. They want Trump versus Biden. They want 2020 all over again. And rightfully so, they are terrified of Biden having to campaign. We know he can't go unscripted campaigning. He really doesn't have the stamina to campaign.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.